So much cringe in one video.
When you were in high school, did two people ever fight that were
Yeah,
both at the top of the pecking order? Maybe two bullies or after. Basically what happened this week.
So basically Buckley starts out the video saying that high school drama
That both would really get a beating and maybe learn a little humility. But of course, that's not what happened, and they all went back to being the pricks they always are. Trump, well, that's basically what happened this week when Donald Trump and Elon Musk had a little verbal sparring session. It seemingly started at Trump.
I didn't even notice it in the slide that he called his rally a stand-up routine.
Trump's rally. Trump can't stand the idea of anyone being more popular than him, right?
Well, I mean, Trump is irrelevant, so leftists like Buckley, woke people like Buckley, are more likely to talk about Trump than Republicans or right-wingers. Far more likely. Look at Baron Bellens, he posts about him every day.
Or left wing. So,
there was one point where there were 4 videos in a row when Baron was talking about Trump. And Baron posts 3 videos a day.
Seemingly unprovoked, he brought up Elon Musk. Breitbart posted.
I don't know if that was on purpose. Oh, full screen. Oh, this is a quote. Alright, full screen. It took a while to say that because internet sucks and I have to do this delayed. He said the other day I never voted for a Republican. I said I didn't know that. He told me he voted for me, so he's another BS artist. Yeah, I don't know why Buckley said Breitbart.
Video in which Trump calls Elon a bullshit artist. Now, since we're talking about childish bullshit, I hate to pull an "I know you are, but what am I?" here.
I mean, that's actually surprising that Buckley did that because it's, usually leftists, whenever, I shouldn't say usually because, I mean, it has happened a handful of times. If you argue, or if you point out a leftist hypocrisy, they'll say, some of them will say, you're saying I know you are, but what am I? So you lost the argument or something. It's just, yeah, it's just really childish because it's like, they think they're being clever by saying, oh, you're like arguing like a kid, even though they're arguing like a kid because they can't like own their, they can't own up to their hypocrisy, so they have to say, oh, you're saying I know you are, but what am I?
But so Trump should know a bullshit.
Buckley, surprising that Buckley pulled that in this video.
Artist when he sees one. He literally wrote the book on it. It's called The Art.
So, yeah. I mean, Trump in the 80s was a lot different than Trump now. Because, I mean, that's all I can say, basically. Of course, Trump has been hypocritical many times. He's been hypocritical many times, and I'm not gonna, like, ignore that. I mean, I guess I could give him this one, really.
Part of the deal. It's all about how to screw people over to get the best deal for yourself. Actually, someone else might have written it, but anyway. Elon's response is kinda cocky to
I don't hate the man, but it's time for Trump to hang up his hat and sail into the sunset. Dem should also call off the attack. Don't make it so Trump's only way to survive is to regain the presidency. I myself don't think Trump should run in 2024. Well, I mean, he already, like, said he was gonna, so more power to him, I guess. I don't know, I just don't support the idea. Wait, call off what attack exactly?
Start off with, to be honest.
So Buckley describes Elon's response as cookie. Buckley usually hates the word cookie because conservatives use it. Since he got woke, I guess he decided to use it against right wingers as like a. It's just ridiculous because, you know, Buckley still says he's not left or right wing. Like he said in the comments of his abortion video, when someone asked if he was independent, he said he doesn't have a side. He clearly has like a left wing bias.
If you weren't aware, Elon has been trying to pander to the right over the last little while.
Speaking of,
we'll talk about that shortly. So he responds.
So, not even 30 seconds after Buckley pointed out Trump's hypocrisy, Buckley becomes a hypocrite himself, saying Elon Musk is pandering to the right, and Buckley denies that he panders to the left, which is just ridiculous.
I don't hate the man, but it's time for Trump to hang up his hat and sail into the sunset. Dems should also call off the attack. Don't make it so that Trump's only way to survive is to regain the presidency. A Trump supporter blue checkmark responds, "Your response makes no sense. What about his presidency did you have a problem with?" And then
So I never heard of this guy myself, Joe Pegs. I don't even know how to say that name. It's a long name. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it.
lists all the things that he thinks Trump accomplished.
Notice how he says he thinks Trump accomplished. Yeah, I'll be back for just a second. Or in just a second, I should have said. So much cringe in one video.
When you were in high school, did two people ever fight that were both at the top of the pecking order? Maybe two bullies or after. Basically what happened this week.
So basically, Buckley starts out the video saying that high school drama
that both would really get a beating and maybe learn a little humility. But of course, that's not what happened, and they all went back to being the pricks they always are. Trump, well, that's basically what happened this week when Donald Trump and Elon Musk had a little verbal sparring session. It seemingly started at Trump.
I didn't even notice it in the slide that he called his rally a stand-up routine.
Trump's rally. Trump can't stand the idea of anyone being more popular than him, right?
I mean, Trump is irrelevant, so leftists like Buckley, woke people like Buckley, are more likely to talk about Trump than Republicans or right wingers. Far more likely. Look at Baron Bellens, he posts about him every day.
Or left wing. So, see.
There was one point where there were 4 videos in a row when Baron was talking about Trump. And Baron posts 3 videos a day.
Seemingly unprovoked, he brought up Elon Musk. Breitbart posted.
I don't know if that was on purpose. Oh, full screen. Oh, this is a quote. Alright, full screen. It took a while to say that because internet sucks and I have to do this delayed. He said the other day, I never voted for a Republican. I said, I didn't know that. He told me he voted for me, so he's another BS artist. Yeah, I don't know why Buckley said Breitbart.
Video in which Trump calls Elon a bullshit artist.
How much more I could stream of this. So I was saying, notice how Buckley said, he lists all the things he thinks Trump accomplished.
And rephrase. Raises the question. What? On Paul.
I feel like Buckley's the type of guy who would say Biden isn't responsible for the gas prices, that it's terrible all over and that it's Putin's fault. It's only Putin's fault. Because ISIS obliterated and lowering taxes, that's not exactly look at the inflation rate right now. Actually, this list is incomplete because he should have said gas prices being low.
Policy did you have an issue with?
Because that's actually what
Elon ignores the question and responds,
did accomplish.
Yeah, but too much drama. Do we really want a bull in a china shop situation every single day? And then, because he's a perpetual 13-year-old boy, says...
Okay, here's another Buckley hypocritical moment. He's a perpetual 13-year-old boy.
Also, I think the legal maximum age for start of presidential term should be 69. Had to get the 69 in there. Surprised he didn't say that they should only be allowed to serve for 400...
Buckley is so edgy. Buckley's like an edgelord. He has no right to say that Elon Musk talks like a 13-year-old.
20 days! Then, Bongino Report posts this headline. Donald Trump. Elon Musk told me he voted for me. Which was also part of Trump's rant. To which Elon simply replied, not true. Elon's not tagged in any of these, by the way. You think he's just searching his name on Twitter all day? I'm sure it's more that his goobers bombard him with links.
Why does Buckley say goobers only to conservatives? Did Buckley watch the SpongeBob SquarePants movie too many times?
Again, it's high school drama shit. Oh my god, Elon, did you hear what Don said about you?
God, that is so creepy. Buckley is so... that was like... no words could describe how much cringe that was. That was... that was insane. That was like an insane amount of cringe right there.
Elon was tagged in this reply, where someone talks about the problems so many countries have where their leaders are extremely old, and how it's impossible to stay in touch with the people if you...
then gets to like how people are old and how... or the politicians are old and how... yeah, they should just retire or work at a Walmart.
On Twitter, this all gets back to Trump. Don, did you hear what Elon said about what you said about him?
So creepy. So insanely creepy.
And he's not happy about being called an old man and a liar. So, he takes to truths.
Buckley's just... If you just put the slide there to like say that it's like teenage high school drama, fine, I guess. He was like reenacting what they would say. Now listen to this next part.
Social to respond further. And by the way, Trump claims to hate Twitter, doesn't need it, says he'd never come back. The social media site created by his company, Truth Social, looks exactly like Twitter. Look at this shit. The checkmark badge is just red or pink instead of blue.
So leftists, they defend socialists, they defend communists, like Hassan Piker. Hassan Piker, when he bought a house, like a $3 million house in cash, they said, right wingers were saying he's not a socialist, he doesn't believe in socialism because he says he hates the rich, then he lives life as a rich person. The same thing when he bought a Ferrari, like that was like $250,000, and other than the socialism is when no house, because apparently there's no houses that are under $3 million, and you can't like rent an apartment or anything. Their response is facetiously saying, "Oh, you hate society, yet you participate in society." So this is the argument that I'm going to throw at Buckley, just because he's left wing, and he panders to those types of people anyway.
The comment, retweet, and like icons are all in the same order, do the same thing, and look very similar. Profile pic is in a circle, name in bold, then username with an @ symbol. They just made him his own Dollar General brand Twitter to fuck around on. Anyway, Trump truths, that's what they called it instead of tweeting, he truths this. And sorry, I don't do a Trump impression, so we'll just do it like this, I guess. When Elon Musk came to the White House asking me for help on all of his many subsidized projects, whether it's electric cars that don't drive long enough, driverless cars that crash, or rocket ships to nowhere, without which subsidies he'd be worthless, and telling me how he was a big Trump fan and Republican, I could have said, drop to your knees and beg, and he would have done it. He goes on to say, now Elon should focus on getting himself out of the Twitter mess because he could owe $44 billion for something that's perhaps worthless. Also, lots of competition for electric cars. Both of these were posted along with a photo of Elon standing next to Trump doing his best impression of a smile. He then changes it up, posting one with a photo of him and Jack Dorsey, and says, P.S. Why was Elon allowed to break the $15 million stock purchase barrier on Twitter without any reporting? That is a very serious breach. Have fun, Elon and @Jack. Go to it. Some blue check mark on Twitter posts this. Elon sees it and simply replies, LMAO! And again.
First of all, I thought Buckley was just saying that he didn't search his name all day. Or Buckley was saying that Elon didn't search his name all day or anything. And then he points this out. Second, it's Jeff Buckley. I actually think in a previous video, Buckley said he pronounced it GIF because the G stands for graphic. Well, how do you pronounce scuba?
GIF of Grandpa Simpson, the old man yells at cloud moment. And that's how he sees Trump, as a blithering old fool. But here's why I think Elon basically loses this fight. Or why he should have waited to have it when Ron DeSantis pulls ahead as the new Republican Messiah. Which I think he will, and then they'll dump Trump.
Might be a good idea to wait until the wind actually blows before turning your sail to DeSantis.
But anyway, Elon tried to pander to a side that only wants to take from him and doesn't want to give him.
Hang on. So much cringe in one video.
When you're in high school, Did two people ever fight that were both at the top of the pecking order?
So,
Maybe two bullies or after. Basically what happened this week.
So basically, Buckley starts out the video saying that high school drama. I just had to get this out of the way. I might even do like a follow-up stream where I like more formally critique this. Oh, here it was.
Jack shit. Like this.
Buckley
Republican Congress
can't complain about pandering when he still panders to the left. He's been pandering to the left for the past 2.5 years since the start of 2020.
Jim Jordan, harder than a priest alone with a choir boy when it was announced that Elon would buy Twitter, called it a great day for free speech. But look at his tweet history about electric cars. I don't know what he sounds like, but maybe it's like this. Democrats want America.
Yep, again with the unoriginal Southern accent because all Republicans are hillbillies. Is that really Buckley's only joke?
To buy $50,000 electric vehicles, even though they can't afford $5 gas. And variations on that same tweet that he posts pretty much at least once a month. Your savior sells.
Criticizing the idea of electric cars. He has like no argument against this, so he's just gonna criticize, or I mean, mock. I should also remind you guys that Buckley once got offended at a joke because one person added, Superman instead of Superman when Superman was boy or something. He said, "Oh, Republicans are doing the same thing from 1983, saying that gay people have a lisp." He got offended by that, yet he still like mocks Republicans and conservatives by doing their voice in a southern accent, which is not only unoriginal, it's hypocritical.
Those cars. The guy who's gonna make it so you can say, Elliot Page is a woman, or whatever the fuck you're so upset that you can't say.
Yeah, Republicans haven't brought up quote-unquote Elliot Page in a while. Buckley's just, this is just word salad.
Without getting banned, he makes those $50,000.
I also just noticed this, like right as he said this specific statement, you can't say things without getting banned. Whenever like Buckley portrays Twitter, he portrays it as if it's a right-wing website. Now he's saying you can't say a lot of things. Right-wingers can't say a lot of things without getting banned.
Electric cars. You can't throw him a fucking bone? Bridget Gabrielle, right-wing mouthpiece with a fake name who posts dumb shit hate bait on Twitter all day, replied to
We get it, Buckley. You hate Republicans and conservative. Why don't you just admit you're a left-winger? Buckley's leftist in denial.
Elon's I don't hate the man comment with this. Elon, I hope you will reconsider your decision to not purchase Twitter. Find a way to make it work. Free speech is more important than selling cars. Bitch, selling cars is what is going to give him the money to buy Twitter. But this is all the value they see in Elon. They don't give a fuck about his actual businesses. They don't care about him drilling tunnels under the ground unless it's for oil. They don't want electric cars because they think that's commie lib.
Again, another southern accent, another criticizing of Republicans. Oh, they think liberals are commies. Buckley never criticizes communism. He never criticizes communists. He only criticizes people who are anti-communist, which says a lot more about him than it does about them.
Bullshit right up there with veganism and pronouns, and they don't want to go to Mars because there won't be a fucking McDonald's there when they show up.
No, this is funny. This is just ridiculous and cringy.
Some of them don't even believe we've ever been to the moon, and some of
You get it? You get it? Because Republicans are conspiracy. Sorry about that. You get it though? Republicans are conspiracy theorists, so they don't believe the moon landing was real.
But those people don't even believe that the moon exists. In my opinion, Elon put his eggs in the wrong basket. He should have thrown his lot in with the left. But he was mad that his goofy Canadian girl...
Yeah, so Buckley just points out that days before posting this, he was contacted about a woman who claims he had harassed her. So the article went public. He posted this thing that the right would have his back. No, that's not how the series of events played out. He posted this. Then she claimed he was harassing her. And the right did have his back because they're against like false accusations.
And he was welcomed with a kick.
Yeah, these are the only two like slightly. That's not even necessarily negative about the left. In this, it's just a throwaway joke between the gays and the childless straights. These are the people.
But it was a bad idea.
Other than the abortion joke, that was like really Buckley's slight negativity toward the left. Yeah, he has like an anti-right-wing bias.
Idea to pander to the people who are constantly shitting on everything you do and then asking you, can you spend all your money?
Wait.
Kids, they keep flushing them. But it was a bad idea to pander to the people who are constantly shitting on everything you do and then asking you, can you spend all your money so I can say slurs on the internet?
Get it? Because Republicans, or not even Republicans, because all white people are racist, all men are sexist, all cis people are homophobic. This is like Milo Stewart level of cringe. Really, Buckley? You think all Republicans are like racist, sexist, homophobes?
Internet? They say money can't buy happiness.
Fun fact, he also called a 10-year-old girl who was raped a liar on the old bird site. Yup, feminist pro-choice Buckley is gonna... This is his worst video. This is Buckley's worst video of the year. It's only July, and I can't like imagine how much worse it's gonna get in the next few months.
But they'd sure love it if you...
So that's basically the video. Actually, now that I point that out, I can easily take Buckley's words out of context. He said that women who go to India deserve to be raped. Yo, you really want to play that game, Buckley? You're not gonna win. So that's gonna be it for this video. I should do like a more formal. I don't like the way I sounded in this stream, so maybe I'll stream this again. For now, take care, everyone. Buckley's an